So I really got to think about this one. I wanted to touch on three oftentimes overlooked areas, but it's not so overlooked at the same time. But we still take it for granted the implications of these three areas when it comes to our progress. So rock with me. So we have three areas, three things we want to touch on that can really be impeding and holding you back on your progress when it comes to you building your muscle. Okay? Now, the first one is really simple. So it's not a mystery. And oftentimes it tends to be a struggle for some people based upon appetite level and what you're able to consume. But the first one literally is you're not eating enough protein. Period. Now, general rule of thumb, everyone has their philosophies. I know when I first set off, I really started getting into my nutrition. I aim for 1 gram per pound of body weight. So at the time, say I weighed 200 pounds, I'll be aiming for 200 grams of protein per day. Now, many times people look at those numbers and like, oh my goodness, that's so much food. It's too many calories. It's not good for this or that. Stop. 200 grams of protein per day equates to 800 calories. Okay? That's it. Now, it's easy to consume 800 calories. I can have a slice of pizza and consume 800 calories. You know what I'm saying? Or I can have a pie. A pizza slice, roughly about 250. So you have 3 slices of pizza, that's 800 right there. And that's just in one sitting. So I'm talking about to getting that 800 spread out over the entire course of the day. Okay? So now if I'm eating 5 meals or 5 feedings, there may be some shakes, maybe this. I don't do shakes, but say you did shakes, that's totally fine. If you eat 5 feedings, that 200 divided by 5 means I'm aiming for at least 40 grams per meal 5 times a day. 5 times a day. If you're not consuming enough protein, your body does not have the tools it needs in order to build. Period. I'm in this room right now, right here, right? Say I want to paint these walls. I want to paint these walls whatever color I choose. I have the brushes, I have the mats down, I have everything taped up, everything's good to go. So now I bring the team and, hey guys, we're painting. Guys come, they ready. 6 o'clock, early start, let's go. They all get here, we're ready to go, they're looking around. And then they say to me, hey coach, we're all ready to paint, but where's the paint? But don't worry about that, I have everything else in place. Here's the brushes, I got the rollers. Yeah, but all that doesn't mean anything if you don't have the paint. You need the protein to build. Protein is the building blocks of all life. If you do not have enough just to sustain where you are, how do you expect to grow beyond that point in time? How do you know if you're getting enough protein? You got to track your numbers. You got to track your weight, track your body fat, track your measurements over time, and get a sense of how your body is healing and developing. Are you getting stronger week by week? Are you making these progressions? You have to be diligent in this because it's not going to be given to you. You have to be willing to take it. So, number 1, not getting enough protein. Number 2, this was the big struggle for me. Number 2 is not drinking enough water. I used to hate drinking water. Oh my goodness. More than a cup, I lie to you not, made me feel physically nauseous. So I drink everything else under the sun. Soda, juice, you name it. Malta, I love me a good Malta. Haven't had one in a very long time. Yeah, I think it's time to have one. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, water is the building, that's life, basically. And your muscles and your body can't fire properly if you're dehydrated. So think about that. I remember reading somewhere that this is at a gym somewhere on a poster, that even when it's like when you're 3% dehydrated, your brain functions drop a certain amount. You feel me? Just 3% dehydrated. God forbid you're 10% dehydrated. God forbid you are chronically dehydrated, which are the everyday state of a lot of people. So, not consuming enough water, your internal organs can't function properly. Not consuming enough water, your blood can't flow properly. Not consuming enough water, your heart's working overly hard in order to get the blood supplied through your system because you're not drinking enough water. All right? So when your body is dehydrated, it now is not able to do the job you may want it to do. So you're in the gym killing it, crushing it, tearing down muscle, doing all that you got to do, but your overall system is only working at 50% capacity because you are not hydrated enough. Rule of thumb, I tell my coaches, my clients, starting out, at least half your body weight in ounces. You're 200 pounds, drink at least 100 ounces per day. 300 pounds, do 150. 80 pounds, do 40. Start somewhere, but you have to start. And this is every single day, 7 days a week. You have to give your body the things that it needs in order for you to get the things that you want. You don't get your wants until your body gets its needs. Period. Remember, you're in a relationship with your body. This isn't just you do what I want when I want you to do it. This is, hey, we need to learn how to dance together better. You feel me? So, I'm sure you heard it said before, drink a gallon of water a day. But again, everyone's start point is different. If all you're doing is a bottle for the whole day, to go from a bottle to a gallon is overkill. Go from a bottle in the morning to a bottle at night. And give yourself the whole day to finish the 2 bottles. Make that consistent for 3 to 4 days. And then afterwards, make that a bottle in the morning, a bottle midday, a bottle at night. Now you have 3 bottles in. Then you break your day up into fourths. Struggle with your water, set alarms. They have apps for days. Everything can work. I used to set alarms on my phone to go off as to when I need to have the bottle finished by. And if I didn't have the bottle finished by that time, I just had to chug the whole remaining balance and move on to the next bottle for that day. Okay? Do whatever you got to do. Get the water in. It's crucial to your muscles growing. The third thing, you're not resting enough. Yes, I mean just what I said. You're not resting enough. Resting is literally a part of your training. It took me a very long time to get out of the mindset that if I wasn't in the gym putting in work, tearing on the muscle, that I'm not making progress. It is in your resting that your body is actually going to be growing. It's actually going to be capitalizing on all the work you're doing in the gym. But outside of the gym is where the magic happens. In the gym, you want to stimulate, hit it, tear it down. But if you're in a constant state of constant tear it down all the time, your body doesn't have adequate time for recuperation and to rebuild. So I know for myself over the years, I actually spend less time in the gym now, but I get better results than I ever had before. Of course, I know my body better. I know my form, my technique, all that is so much better. But I've recognized the power in rest. There is a power in it. And if you're not making gains, many times you stop making gains because your body is so shot, because you're training so much. Even your nervous system needs some downtime, but you keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And you get mad at the body because you're trying to beat the crap out of it to give you what you want. There's a time and place for that to a degree. But overall, over the big picture of things, you need to program in rest to your training progressions, just like you program in your splits, just like you program in your meals, okay? Because the resting is crucial. Now, every single day, if I go through my week, I have days that I don't train at all, but I still may do cardio. So I would consider that an active rest day, okay? So it's not really tearing down the body. You're just keeping the body in motion. And that's totally fine. So I like being active as many days as possible, because not doing anything, I feel kind of off. So that being the case, cool. But you shouldn't be doing strength training, tearing on your muscles every single day for that everyday coming and goer. Is that even a thing? I don't know. Now, there's some settings where you're training multiple times a day, so on and so forth. It's necessary for the goal. But generally speaking, you don't need to be training and lifting 7 days a week. You want to have rest days built inside there as well. You want to have adequate time between what you're training as well, so that particular muscle group has time to actually heal, regenerate, rebuild, and come back better later on. So to recap for you, 3 overlooked reasons that most times you're not growing, and the reason why you're not going to grow is you're not getting enough protein consistently. You're not getting enough water consistently. You're not getting enough rest consistently. All right? So check yourself on these things. Call a spade a spade. Do your due diligence to make sure, hey, am I really doing what needs to be done to make the progress I want to make? I say it to myself, and I say it to anyone who may ask me of it. Do not complain to me about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. The work includes your water. The work includes you resting. The work includes you eating consistently on a daily basis, your protein. It's not just pre and post workout. It's all throughout the day. Another tidbit that I use when it comes to protein is don't go more than 3 to 4 hours without getting a quality protein source in, okay? Keep your body in that anabolic state. Keep your body having more than what it needs in that regards. And if you're keeping your other calories in check, meaning your fats and your carbs, any excess protein that your body doesn't use for regeneration, it may need that just to turn over the energy, which is fine. But if you're trying to build and you're not eating, you're not consuming your water, and you're not sleeping, then you're just playing.